Hi guys, so this is my analysis update on GU guys. Before we start today's analysis, we're gonna do a quick recap on GU. So if you watched my previous analysis on GU, I was predicting GU to push to the upside, right? I knew we were around this area right here. We were around this area. This particular candlestick hasn't formed yet. So I said there's a possibility that GU might hang down a little bit to this side right here before pushing to the upside. By the way, GU trade was beautiful. It was perfect. It did the way exactly the way it was supposed to do. I mean, it had a lot of like beautiful pips on GU. So I predicted GU to at least push down a little bit to some sort of this area right here or this area right here. My first area was around the 78.6% fib level on this minor trade right here, which is like my negative 27% level. So I said there's a possibility that we might actually push down to that area right there, push down to the area right here before pushing to the downside. And my second possibility was, in case if we don't get to this level, my second level will be my 61.8% fib level right here, right? And we can see, but I took my trade off of my 61.8% fib level because we can see, if I zoom out a little bit, we can see that the market did not actually touch down to my 78.6% fib level. So that level right here became invalid for me. So the other one that became valid for me was my 61.8% fib level, because we can see that we had multiple rejections around that area. So this level became valid for me, and that is where I took my trade. And that was a beautiful trade, guys. If you watched right, you knew my first TP was right here. So this was TP1, right? This was my TP2, and this was my TP3. And that was beautiful. So as soon as we saw this candlestick closes beautifully well around my TP1, I knew there was still a possibility for it to continue because of this bull candlestick we had here. That is why I stayed in the market, for it to actually hit my third TP. And we can see, if we see how many for entering my trade from here, from this first TP right here was 57 pips. The second TP right here was 71 pips. And this third TP right here was 80 pips. So on GU we banked 80 pips. 80 pips. Beautiful. That was a beautiful trade, guys. So now let's reanalyze GU, guys, based on the current market we having. Let's delete this one, and let's see how GU is gonna continue to do. Let's go to bigger time frame. Let's go to my weekly time frame, guys. Let's see. So as we can see on my weekly time frame, we're having this bull run currently. So there's a possibility for GU to actually still push up a little bit to my 61.8% fib level, which is 1.27214. So there's a possibility we might get to that level, touch the trend line as well, trend line touch, before tanking to the downside. But remember, this is our weekly time frame, so this is like for the future reference, but I just like to look at the market overall to simplify the market for me. So now let's go to my daily time frame and see. So we can see on my daily time frame right here, we are currently around this area right here, which is like my, so we can see right here that we are currently around this, my overall 38% fib level, and we are breaking around this area. So there's a possibility that we might start rejecting around this area before pushing to the downside, right? But be mindful as well that we have this minor structure. So currently this is our minor direction, which is also called the correction, the corrective slash ranging, no, not ranging, the corrective continuation. So as we can see that this is like the correction phase. We have this impulse, so let's just draw it. We have this impulse, a correction, for a continuation but to push to the downside. So let's be mindful of that. But because of how it's wicking around here, I don't know, it might just be reacting around my 38.2% overall market before ranging to the downside. But based on the minor structure that we have, which is this impulse, a correction, I'm expecting some sort of a continuation. But my continuation is still predicting it to get to my minor TP, which is my negative 27% fib level, around that area right here before tanking to the downside. But we just have to be mindful that this is a minor structure currently. Let's see, mindful about that as well. But let's go to my bigger time frame because this is the daily time frame. So let's go to my 4 hours and see. So on my 4 hour right here, we can see that we haven't, this previous low right is not up to this low right here. So this is not like a higher high. So we have seen some sort of like a lower high for like a bear move, right? That is what we are seeing currently. So for us to actually get to my negative 27% fib level, we have to be cautious and mindful because it's not giving us a break of structure that it was previously. We can see that all this were giving us break of structure, break of structure, break of structure, break of structure. So that gives us the momentum to know that we're going to continue to push to the upside, guys. But because of this, like, we have to also go with like market structure as well, market structure. So just because we know that this previous high wasn't higher than this, so there's a possibility for us to actually tank to the downside, right, instead of the upside. But let's just be mindful because we know the market does what it wants to do. So that actually conflicts my decision as of this moment based on that, because I'm seeing some sort of like an M pattern right here, which we know is a reversal pattern. So even though we are pushing to the up, we might push to the upside. There's a possibility for like a down move, maybe currently around this area right here before tanking to the upside. That's a possibility. So based on that, let's adjust this right here. I'm just gonna adjust this trend line. Let's also adjust this trend line as well. Let's see, just for us to know where that is coming from for future reference. So let's go to my smaller time frame. So let's see, just because I'm seeing like the M pattern, I see it's pushing down a little bit, to be honest. Like I said, let's be mindful of this area. So based on that, I'm going to have this zone right here, just for us to know that that's a significant zone. Right there. So let's go to my 45-minute time frame and see. Let's see. So certainly I'm predicting like a some sort of like a push to the down, a push to the downside. Certainly I'm expecting that based on this momentum I'm seeing right here. So let's have like a mini fib from here to here, right here, from my head to here. That's a blue. Let's adjust that from here to here. 5-minute time frame and see. So I have two instances, right? There's a possibility we definitely push to my negative 27% fib level, then we might reverse and push to the upside, right? Or we might still continue to push to my negative 61.8% fib level to possibly give us like a touch of this trend line right here, for us to have a touch of trend line, a possible touch of trend line, of the trend line, possible touch of trend line. Then we might continue to rank to the upside or break the trend line retest and continue to zoom to the downside. So that will be a possibility we are looking forward to. But my first scenario, certainly, like I said, 557. So that will be my first target. If we still see more momentum, certainly this will be my next target around this area right here, 433. Will certainly be my next target. So let's just draw my scenario, maybe some sort like this. First initial target, second initial target. If it's continue to see momentum, that will be my second initial target right here. And like I said, if we break structure and continue to push to the downside, this will be my third initial target right here. But before we actually take our trade down there, let's see a sort of like a retest, a break of structure, a sort of like a retest, for us to know that the momentum is continuing to be selling right here. Or we might get to this trend line right here. Determining on how we react around this trend line will determine our next move. So if you see like a weak rejection around this trend line, that there's certainly be going to bounce up, right? But if you see like a break of zone with a momentum, a bear momentum, and we see that the sell are still in the market, then certainly we might ride it to at least around this area right here. But as of right now, this is my thought on GU, guys. Hope you guys find it helpful. If you do, please don't forget to subscribe, comment, like, and share. And I'll see you in my next analysis, guys. Thank you for watching. Bye.